students. Welcome to ACE Academy. Welcome to the session on current affairs. As a part of our daily analysis, let us today discuss the political situations in Maharashtra. In the recent times, because of certain political situations, there is a discussion over a probable constitutional crisis in Maharashtra. A constitutional crisis is a situation when the system of the governance or the system of the politics or the system of the government is not following the primary law of this land, the constitution. In the recent history after independence, we have seen many constitutional crises pertaining to center-state relations, pertaining to president rule, pertaining to elections of the president, pertaining to the appointment of the prime minister, etc. Whenever there is a constitutional crisis, the institutional setup in the country will provide the solutions. These institutional setup may be the constitutional bodies or the Supreme Court. Yes. Today, let us know what situation has made to start a discussion over the politics in Maharashtra. Friends, we all know in 2019 November, there were assembly elections which were held in Maharashtra. And these elections provided a hung assembly, meaning no party got the required majority. The total number of seats in the Maharashtra assembly is 288 and the majority required is 145, and all the four major parties have not secured the magic figure, leading to an election or a political crisis in Maharashtra. We have a single largest party, BJP, with 105 seats, and Shiva Sena, Congress and NCP with almost 56, 44 and 54 seats. This led to a political situation. The government of India and the president has imposed president rule under Article 356, and later on the three political parties, that is Shiva Sena, Indian National Congress and NCP, came together, formed an alliance and established a stable government. As a part of this alliance, Sri Uddhav Thackeray ji was being appointed as the CM of Maharashtra on 28th November 2019. Now, here is the point. Under Article 164 of the Indian Constitution, a Council of Ministers, including the CM, who is appointed by the governor, shall be a member of either State Legislative Assembly or State Legislative Council. He may be an elected member or a nominated member. In case if any minister, while appointed as the minister or the CM, is not a member of assembly or council, under Article 164 Clause 4, he must become the member of either state legislative assembly or state legislative council within a maximum of 6 months. Meaning, a person who is not a member of the legislature, assembly or a legislative council can continue as a minister or a CM for a maximum of 6 months. Within 6 months, he or she has to become the member of the house, either through elections or through nominations. If, in case, the member appointed failed to enter into assembly or council, he ceases to be the minister or the CM. Sri Uddhav Thackeray from Shiva Sena party, when appointed as the CM in November 2019, was not either a member of state legislative council or state legislative assembly. This led to look into Article 164 Clause 4, which says, or according to that, Sri Uddhav Thackeray should become the member of either assembly or council within 6 months. And the deadline for it is 27th May 2020. 27th May 2020. Now, fortunately, there are 9 seats to the State Legislative Council which fell vacant in April 2020 on 24th. This made Election Commission of India under Article 324 to issue a notification and conduct elections for these 9 seats to fill the vacancy. Sri Uddhav Thackeray was planned to enter into council via elections by contesting for state legislative council elections. But these elections to the council were indefinitely postponed by Election Commission of India due to a all India lockdown because of COVID-19 pandemic. This left Sri Uddhav Thackeray into a political crisis. The deadline for him to enter into assembly or council is 27th May 2020, and due to COVID-19 pandemic, the elections were indefinitely postponed by Election Commission of India. And this left Sri Uddhav Thackeray with 2 options, 2 formal options. That is, the first one is nomination to State Legislative Council. According to Article 171 of the Constitution, the governor can nominate up to 1/6 of the members to the State Legislative Council from a specialized field such as arts, literature, science and technology, social service, and cooperative societies. Up to 1/6 of the members can be nominated by the governor when there is a vacancy in the nominations. but there was no vacancy via this route. So the second option left for Sri Uddhav Thackeray ji is the concept of double application. Now, what is the meaning of double application? Before 27th May, Sri Uddhav Thackeray ji can resign from the post of CM and again take the oath as the CM of Maharashtra, ensuring an extend of 6 months to become the member of either council or assembly. Meaning, this is literally bypassing the constitution. But this is also not feasible because there is a Supreme Court judgment which is given in 2001, that is S.R. Chowdhury versus State of Punjab, saying that this double application route is improper, undemocratic, invalid and unconstitutional by the Supreme Court of India. In Punjab, in the year 1995, Tej Prakash Singh was appointed as a minister. He was not the member of the assembly when he was appointed as the minister, and that left Sri Tej Prakash Singh with a 6 months deadline to enter into assembly. But after 6 months, he has resigned and extended 6 months further, and he was reappointed as a minister. This is called double application, and this was declared as improper way, undemocratic way, invalid and unconstitutional by Supreme Court in S.R. Chowdhury versus State of Punjab. Now, so these two options are not feasible for Uddhav Thackeray ji. After a rational and proper discussion, Election Commission of India, after consulting the state and the center, has recently announced to conduct the elections to State Legislative Council to fill the 9 seats on 21st May 2020. We also know Sri Uddhav Thackeray ji has filed his nomination recently for this election. But we need to notice something here in respect with the Election Commission of India. Under Article 324, the management, administration, supervision, everything over the elections in India lies with Election Commission of India. They issue notifications, they issue code of conduct, they also issue guidelines, and they also propose a procedure to conduct elections. But these elections, which is going to be held on 21st May, is altogether a different experience for Election Commission of India because of COVID-19. We have to be very, very, very careful, and Election Commission of India should be extra careful in conducting the elections. Probably the one good news for this 21st May elections is this is not a universal adult franchise. The elections to the councils are to be conducted in the assembly, meaning the members of the assembly participate in the elections. So it will be a closed elections, so that Election Commission of India can come with a strict rules and regulations in respect with eradicating or ensuring a safety over COVID-19. We also came to know with the recent news that Sri Uddhav Thackeray with the support of Indian National Congress, is going to enter the State Legislative Council of Maharashtra unopposed. So this is leaving us to avoid a constitutional crisis after 27th May 2020. So, students, this is the current affairs analysis for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another news. Thank you very much.